This is Lou and this is Bob. Lou and Bob work at the same company. One day their manager comes in and says, "Hey, you have a new project. You need to go learn Vue.js." Lou starts freaking out because he only knows React. After watching all of these tutorials online and doing nothing else, he got paralyzed. You remember Bob, right? Bob kept it very chill. He was laser focused on one video. 3 hours later, Bob is very ready for tomorrow, but Lou isn't. Bob made one project, Lou made zero. I remember early on in my career, I had one goal. Learn how to build a good backend. You see, for my whole life, I knew how to do front end, I knew how to do databases, but I never really knew what it meant to make a backend that was going to be used by many people. Unfortunately, instead of actually building projects, useful projects, I watched many videos online. Flask servers, Node.js servers, PHP servers, and I started consuming so much content that would help me become better. Okay, I would literally be behind the screen paralyzed from analysis. They call it analysis paralysis. But when I got one of my first full stack jobs, I was forced to do it. I was forced to build a good backend, and the only people on the team were me and one other senior developer. But lucky for me, this senior developer taught me the ways. I did not know how to do it. Okay, and worst of all, this senior developer, he started telling me about a new framework that I never even heard about. It was quite difficult for me to keep up with the way things were being done. Slowly but surely, as the senior developer started teaching me the ways of building a backend, it clicked. Backends are the same, regardless of what language you use. And if we take a step back, you will see that this applies for everything in full stack development. It is not the way you do something, it is how you do it. It is the fundamentals that underlie the technologies that you need to pay attention to. It doesn't matter what language you coded. It matters how you use the language that you coded. Now, I have that fundamental belief inside me that I can create and code whatever I want to code, whenever I want to code. I have that fundamental belief inside of me. Why? Because I make sure my fundamentals are straight. I make sure to understand what CRUD operations are. I know what basic security is. And to you, I want to tell you, understand the fundamentals. Once you understand the fundamentals, then the time it will take for you to master a new language is very small. It doesn't matter what framework you know, if it's React.js or Svelte.js or Vue.js, it doesn't matter. As long as you pick one and you get really good at it and your output is good, you'll be golden, bro. And this applies to so many other things as well. Not only backend, it applies to front end, it applies to databases, it applies to planning, it applies to every single thing in the software lifecycle. You need to drill in your mind that it's not the language or the framework that you need to keep up with. It is the fundamentals. And lucky for you and me, the fundamentals don't change that often. I want to leave you with one actionable step that is going to put you in the right direction so that you can keep up with the way this industry is changing, so that you can become that respected software engineer you want to become. The step is write down one thing you want to get better at. Don't mention a specific tool or a specific language. Write down one specific goal. Do you want to become a better front-end engineer? Do you want to understand how front ends are actually built? Write it down. Write one goal down. For me, it was how are backends able to deliver so many people? And I figured it out over time. So I want you to have one goal for yourself to figure out in a while. It is very important you separate yourself from those developers that get scared, that go learn every single language out there, that don't do anything useful with their time. These developers are there just to get a job, just to make sure they're up to date so that their resume looks good, and then they put their skills section, they put that skills section in their resume which nobody reads and nobody gives a shit about. We can't be those developers, man. You and I are the developers that actually care about our career. We care about our legacy, man. So your legacy is not going to be built by learning Svelte or learning Vue.js. It is about picking one thing and getting really good at it, and being able to build robust architectures in the future, man. Software is the lifeblood of our society. And if you don't understand the fundamentals behind it, you're going to be left behind by the industry. The industry only favors the people that give a about the fundamentals, bro. So the fundamentals are very important. And you know what? You know what's nice, man? Okay, it's funny to me because the junior developers out there, they're the ones that are focusing on the new languages and right? These are the ones that don't get promoted that much, but the senior developers, the one who focus on architects, Software architects, the ones who figure out the software from scratch and build it out, build these projects out, they're the ones that get paid the most. And they're the ones that need to know how the hell these fundamentals are put into place. So if you want to be a senior software developer later in the future, if you want to become that respected software engineer with a legacy, you must know how these softwares are put in together. Svelte is not going to teach you that. But what is going to teach you that? Building one good project and deploying it to the internet. That is what's going to separate you from the loser developers that just learn every single new language that comes out. If you want to work on your architecture skills, your software architecture skills, click the link below in the description. I want you to join our community filled with talented software developers that'll help you do the same thing. I was just on a call the other day with some dude from our group, and this guy was building these great products, man. I was really jealous. I was thinking about stealing that idea. That's how good that product was. And I want you to have these conversations as well. Don't go steal, don't be but have fun and understand and learn from this process. Okay? Click the link below in the description and go join that community, man. I want you to be in there, okay? Remember, life is a gift given by the gods to make a proper use of it. Keep up with the industry by keeping your fundamentals sharp. Peace out. Love you. Take care. Bye.